Bugungi darsimizda Cambridge 15, test 3, section 3 analizini ko'rib chiqamiz va birinchi navbatda titlni ko'rib olishimiz kerak. How animals keep fit, ya'ni qanaqa qilib hayvonlar o'zini keep fit qiladi, saqlaydi o'zini formasida. Birinchi navbatda savol turlarini ko'rib chiqamiz. 3ta multiple savollar bor ekan. Undan keyin one word only, demak feeling summary, what's the key to physical fitness. Undan keyin esa matching researchers, matching information bo'lar ekan. Xo'p, matching information topish qiyin bo'ladi, multiple choice topish qiyin bo'ladi. Shuning uchun ham birinchi navbatda qismlarni o'qib olgan holda mana write key to physical fitness, biological terms, animals physically fit, its body changes, becoming more powerful and something. Xo'p, o'z ko'rganingizdek, bu qismda body haqida ma'lumotlar berilgan. Multiple choice'da marathon runners, barnacle geese to introduce idea. Men bunda ham faqat odamlarni e'tiborga olishimiz kerak. You may use animal more than once. Bir martadan ko'p ishlatishimiz kerak, bittasini kamida. Bittasini bir martadan ko'p ishlatar ekanmiz. Xo'p, bunda nimaga e'tibor berishingiz kerak? Barcha savollarning javoblari turli xil yo'lda sochilib yotibdi, sochilib ketgan. Siz keywordlarni topish va keywordlardan keyin savollarga javob berishga harakat qilish orqali ancha ko'p energiyangizni yo'qotib qo'yasiz, ancha ko'p vaqtingizni, toqatingizni yo'qotib qo'yasiz. Shuning uchun ham bu qismda bunaqa savollar kelganda, bunaqa turli xildagi savollar kelganda va bu orderga bo'ysunmaydigan, tartibga kelmaydigan savollar kelganda eng yaxshi strategiya bu qismlarga bo'lib olish. Mana paragrafni bir o'zimizni tekstimizni ikki qismga bo'lib olish. Masalan, ikkiga bo'lib olamiz. Mana bu qismdan barnacle geese. Undan keyin esa birma-bir savollarga javoblarni topishga harakat qilamiz. Keling, endi birgalikda shu ishni qilamiz. How animals keep fit. No one would dream of running a marathon without first making a serious effort to train it. No matter how well they have stuck to their training regime, contestants will find that running non-stop for 42 kilometers is going to hurt. Now consider the barnacle goose. Every year this bird carries out 3,000 kilometer migration. So how does the bird prepare for this? So they spend months gradually building a fitness. It's not really barnacle goose style. Instead, they say environmental psychologists, they just basically sit on the water and eat a lot. Until recently, nobody had really asked whether exercise is tightly controlled to fitness in the rest of the animal kingdom as it for us. The question is tied up in the border assumption. Animals maintain fitness because of the exercise they get finding food and escaping predators. Hasley pointed out that this may not necessarily be the case. Take the house cat. Most domestic cats spend much of the day lounging around, apparently doing nothing rather than hunting for food. But over the short distance, even the laziest can move incredibly fast when they want. Similarly, black and brown bears manage to come out of several months of hibernation with their muscle mass intact without having to lift so much as a paw during this time. Paw degan o'sha barnacle geese go one better. In the process of sitting around, they don't just maintain their fitness. They also develop stronger hearts, bigger flight muscles, enabling them to fly for thousands of kilometers in migration that may last as little as 2 days. Wow, 3 kun, 2 kunda 3000 kilometr. Wow, that's great. So if exercise isn't necessarily the key to physical strength, then what is? One clue comes from a broader view of meaning of physical fitness. Biologically speaking, all it means is the body has undergone changes that make it stronger and more efficient. In animals, such as bears, these changes appear to have triggered by cues such as falling temperatures and insufficient food. In the months of hibernation, these factors seem to prompt the release of muscle-protecting compounds, which are then carried to the bear's muscles in their blood and prevent muscle loss. Hope. Writer discusses marathon runners and barnacle geese to introduce idea. Hope biza bu marathon runnerlar bilan barnacle geese misoli bu qismda biza har xilmiz. Ya'ni masalan odamlar faqat yugurish kerak bo'lsa, o'sha physical mashq qilish kerak bo'lsa, barnacle geese faqatgina o'tiradi. Marathon runners may be using inefficient training methods. No. Maybe role of diet in achieving fitness. Nope. Barnacle geese spend much longer preparing to face the challenge. No. Serious training is not always necessary for physical achievement. Bu haqida mana javob bor mana. Serious training shart emas degan ma'noni bildirishgan. Bu qismda mana javobni topamiz. Xo'p. They just basically sit on water and eat a lot. Mana shu javob bo'ladi. Serious training qilmaydi. Writer says that human muscles in order to survive, early humans developed the ability to. Bu ikkalasiga javob hali o'qiganimiz yo'q. Menimcha aniq bilaman, chunki human muscle haqida umuman ma'lumot o'qiganimiz yo'q, faqat bear muscle o'qidik. Ammo endi what is the key to physical fitness da uni javoblarni topib boshladik. In biological terms, body change is becoming more powerful and adaptive. Nimadir bo'lish kerak. Powerful and borda. Xo'p, qayerda bordi? Mana stronger and more efficient. powerful and efficient. Efficient. King's good times for bears. This change may be initially caused by colder weather or a lack of nutrition. Food insufficient degani yetarlicha emas degani, lack of food bo'ladi. Which during hibernation causes certain compounds to be released into their muscles. Blood. During hibernation cause in the months of hibernation, during degani in the months of hibernation bo'ladi. Hibernation bo'ladi. Keyingisiga o'tamiz. Can certain compounds to be released into the air and travel around the body. Released into blood, their blood and prevent muscles. Bloodga release qilinadi, hamma joyda aylanib yuradi. Blood. Barnacle endi o'qiymiz. In this case of barnacle gaze, the change may be due to a variation in something. Variation in environmental changes, such as temperature. Variation in temperature bo'ladi. Temperature bo'ladi. Xo'p, bu yaxshi, chunki mana bu savollarning hammasini javobini topdik. Bitta paragrafda ekan hammasi. Bitta paragrafda emas, manba bilan manba ikkalasi qo'shimchasi ikkita paragrafda berilgan degan bo'ladi. 31-35 hal qildik. Multiple choice bittasini hal qildik. Lewis Hasley haqida ma'lumot bor. One belief about how animals stay fit is possibly untrue. Haqida ma'lumot yo'q. May not be possible to train animals. Haqida ma'lumot yo'q. One type of bird has demonstrated fitness when exposed to stimulus in experimental conditions. Haqida ma'lumot yo'q. Human energy use develop in different way from animals yo'q. One type of bird may develop more strength whether becomes warmer or cooler. O'qimadik. Qisqasi balki javoblar yo'qdir hozircha. Keyingisini o'qiylik, topamiz. Barnacle geese hardly suggest maybe responding to environmental changes such as temperature, which helps their body somehow know that the physical challenge is looming. In other bird species, Q may be something different. One type of bird maybe develops more strength when the weather becomes warmer or cooler. Bu Lewis Hasley bo'ladi. Shuning uchun bu oxirgisini 40 ni belgilaymiz. O'zingiz ko'rganingizdek, men aytganim sizlarga, masalan, savollarga javoblar tartibda kelmaydi. Masalan, 40-savolga javob eng yaqinda keldi. Keyingi 36-39 ga savolga javoblar baribir undan keyin kelishi aniq. Ko'ramiz. Chris Guglielmo, psychological ecologist, has studied the effect of subjecting migratory songbirds known as yellow to changing hours of daylight. We don't need to take little songbirds and train them up to 6 hours. So 6 hours, which research it's the right daylight cycle. We can take them out of the cage and put them in the wind tunnel and they fly for 10 hours. Unlike migratory birds, however, humans have no biological shortcuts of getting fit. Instead, pressures in evolutionary history make us bodies have fitness to exercise. Our ancestors' lives were unpredictable. They had to do a lot of running to catch food and escape danger, but they also needed to keep muscle mass to a minimum because muscle is biologically expensive. Wow, yeah, muscle is biologically expensive. Bitta faktni bilardinglarmi? Agar qancha katta bo'lsangiz, o'shuncha tez o'lasiz. Yeah, each kilogram contributes to 10 kilocalories a day to our metabolism when resting, which doesn't sound like much until you realize that muscles account for about 40% of average person's body mass. Most of us are spending 20% of our basic energy budget taking care of muscles. What the hell? Evolution. Okay. So our physiology evolved to let our weight and fitness fluctuate depending on how much food if it's available. This makes us evolutionarily different from most other animals. Wow, says Lieberman. I didn't know that. Interesting, really interesting. In general, animals merely need to be capable of short bouts of intense activity, whether it's a cheetah chasing the prey or gazelles escaping. Cats are fast, but they don't need to run very far. Perhaps a few mad dashes around the house are all it takes to keep a domestic one fit enough to feline purposes. Humans on the other hand need to adapt to run slower but for longer. Marathon runners. We are not sprinters, we are marathon runners. He argues that long ago the African savanna, natural selection made us into supremely adapted endurance athletes. Wow, capable of running prey into the ground, ranging over the long distance with unusual efficiency. But only if we train. Otherwise, we quickly degenerate into couch potatoes. I don't want to do this. As for speed, even those animals that do cover impressive distances don't have to be the fastest they can possibly be. Barnacle geese needn't set world records when crossing the North Atlantic. They just need to be able to get to their destination. And, says psychologist Rostucker, humans may be only animals that actually cares about reaching peak performance. Other than race horses, greyhounds, both of which we have bred to race, animals aren't directly competing against one another. But I don't know that all animals are the same performance-wise. And we don't know whether training would enhance their ability, he says. Whatever it is. One belief about how animals stay fit is possibly untrue. Possibly untrue. Possibly untrue. Yeah, whatever, guys, whatever. Rost takkar billiman bo'ldi. Yo, fitmasda o'tdi, fit haqida ma'lumot yo'qda o'tdi. Aman bo'ldi. Liebermandir. Who is this guy? Who are you? Critical web, whatever it is, B bilib olaman. Shu deb o'ylayman. Bilmayman, xatodir balki. Farqi yo'q menga. B. Nimaga B ni oldim? Possibly untrue ni men yo'qsini oldim. Menimcha shunaqa deb o'ylayman. We don't need to take a little songbirds and train them up to 6 to 10 hours of flight. Bo'ldi, ana shu deb o'ylayman. Bo'ldi. Bo'lmasin, bo'lsin. Farqi yo'q menga. One type of bird has demonstrated fitness when exposed to stimuli. Damn it. Mamba bo'ladi. B. Bilmaymiz qisqasi, bilmayman. Esimdan chiqib ketdi. Esimdan chiqmadi, topaman qisqasi. It may not be possible to train animals to improve their speed. Rost tracker D bo'ladi. Chunki aytgan performance wise ular bir-biriga aloqamaydi. We don't know whether training would enhance their ability and performance wise. Shu qisqasi aytdi. Ular bizga o'xshab anaqa compete qilmaydi. Biz faqat competition-ni jinnilarimiz deb yozib qo'ydi. Experimental conditioningga bu crestni olamiz, chunki experimental songbirdlarni kunduz kuni uchirishga majburlagan. Energy is developed in different way from animals degani bu Lieberman. Xo'p, C ni olamiz. Qo'l hammasini ishlatdik. Men ikkita B ni ishlatdik, bitta D, bitta C, bitta A bo'ldi. Xo'p, bittasi xato bo'lishi mumkin. Menimcha xatoda. O'toldim, bilmayman. Balki xato, balki to'g'ri. Ishim yo'q, bilmayman. Balki xatodir. Doesn't matter. Xo'p, endi buni ishlaganmiz. Multiple choice qaraman bo'ldi. Exercise of human muscles use a lot of energy even when resting. To'g'ri, heavier than other types of no. More efficiently used, but no. Become weaker when they were in the past. No. Use a lot of energy when resting. Mana o'qishni o'lgan. When resting. Ashta ma'lumot bor. Researchers in order to survive, the elephants develop ability to hide from the prey. Nope. Adapt to their speed to different situations. Yep. Bu qismda qayerda bor? Mana adaptive animals, adaptive neuron rang olishni ana shu qismda borda qisqasi javoblar. Shu bilan bugungi darsimizni nihoyasiga yetkazamiz, chunki hamma savollarga javoblarni topdim, keywordlarni belgiladim. Agar tushunmay qolgan bo'lsalar, keywordlarni tarjima qilishlar mumkin. Xato bo'lgan bo'lsa, jalba bo'lsa, kommentarda qoldiringlar. Sizlar bilan ko'rishguncha xayr guys. Bye bye.